What's going on, friends? Stormie Calder here. In this video, I want to tackle the question, are the agents in the movie The Matrix real? Let's jump right in. If you're new, my name's Stormie Calder. I am your favorite metaphysical and spiritual mentor. If you're new, go subscribe, tap the bell for notifications, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Please, I love hearing from you. So let's jump right in, all right? Are agents from the Matrix real? Yes. Yes, they are. They are real. From the Matrix, the movie, and from the Matrix, the actual simulation. So I'll give you guys a little bit of background here from my understanding and my shamanic abilities, my journeying abilities, my soul work, my mediumship. The Matrix is actually like pretty accurate to how the actual Matrix is kind of built. In humanity, the matrix of thought and thinking. It's the construct of reality that lays on top of the grid of actual reality, which is not a matrix. It's organic. The matrix is the constructed universe of set of rules, karmic law, that runs the simulation through which we engage and simulate. So, what are agents? They're special ops, my friends. They're special ops. Agents are there to run the system. They're there to make sure the matrix is running the way the matrix is designed to run, the way the simulation is designed to run. So how do you get attention of agents, which you generally don't want to get their attention? You get the attention of agents by functioning in a way that is different than the system. So if you are a wild child, like yours truly, if you are source-based, if you have elemental magic, agents be coming. They be doing their thing. You can think about agents like a viral software code. It's like a virus. So let's say the Matrix is a computer program and we are part of that computer program simulation. The agents are either like the monitoring spirits, or it's like the virus. Either way, it's keeping the system together. And even if there are really beautiful, wonderful expressions of God source intelligence out there, like beautiful humans that are running off grid and just doing what they do and flowing with life through the 5D, it threatens the Matrix guardians. We can call them guardians. They're agents. They're just like crummy little curmudgeon energies that just want to trip you and lock you back into the Matrix. I have a lot of experience with them because I'm not locked into the Matrix. I'm on my own expressive shamanic grid, and I work with the planetary body, which is shamanic. It is elemental. It is fifth dimensional. That is not the Matrix. Now, obviously, I have to live in the Matrix. I'm here, okay? Bring, bring. Ow! Beat me out, Scotty. I'm here. So, like, I have to function in the Matrix, but I am not locked into it. I visit it, and then I pop out. I go back and forth between them. And does that get attention from agents? Yes, it just depends on the scenario. It depends on how much chaos I've created by entering the Matrix and then leaving again. And chaos just meaning upsetting the system of energies because they're not used to organic souls coming in, organic structure coming into their system. It's kind of like going into an AI world with plants. And you're like, does this have value here? Sorry, you guys, I just replanted my plant I found on the side of the road. Does this have value in the AI system? And AI is like, what is this? This is trash. And it keeps, AI is designed to perfection. It doesn't have heart. It only has the idea of perfection and learns based off of improving in that way. So when it sees something organic that is not designed by the system, it interprets it as a threat. That's how the Matrix works. So the agents are looking for threats and then looking to put those threats to sleep or lock them back into the system. Putting them to sleep, locking them back into the system, all the same thing. So are agents real? Yes. What else do I want to say about agents? Anyone can be an agent, similar to in the Matrix. That's very, very, very real. So, depending on your consciousness level, you may or may not have to deal with any of this. If you're, I don't know, a medium level consciousness, you probably won't have to deal with that much. Someone like me, like I get hot and bothered about it. That's what I'll say about it. Anyone can be an agent. Most people are not agents. They are just humans living their human existence. When they have weaknesses, when they have addiction patterns, when they use substances, when they are codependent, steeply codependent relationships, when they do anything that would, agents and demonic entities are kind of similar. They're pretty much the same. When humans have a lot of weaknesses and they're around someone that threatens the matrix system, agents will hop into the code, the matrix code of that human, override their soul, and then attack. So, very similar to in the movie The Matrix, where people will all of a sudden just like turn into agents and then they have to like beam out with their phones. Like, the same thing. Agents do need to be run from, tackled, or demolished pretty much immediately. Otherwise, their code starts to fuck with your code. It starts to place your code asleep. My experiences, I have lots of different experiences where I'll see them in the periphery of my environment, and then I know what I'm dealing with, and then I have escape routes and patterns for myself mentally. It's generally a mental thing, or there are people actually physically in my environment that are carrying spiritual diseases, that are carrying demonic attachments, that their sole purpose is to put people like me to sleep, to put the awake ones to sleep. And I'm going to be real honest with you, there are far less awake ones than there are agents and those that wish to put awake ones back to sleep. Nobody likes an awake human, except awake humans, but there aren't that many of us. Overall, it's a much smaller percentage. There's probably an agent for every awake human. There might even be more agents than there are awake humans. If there aren't, the truth is that the agents can hop into other less conscious bodies and take them over to then be a weapon towards a chosen one, towards an awakened one. The way that you can look out for these patterns, a lot of you won't actually just see agents in the profile of your third eye, although I do. A lot of you will just see people that are struggling to take power from you, or struggling to do things that you know are ill-intended or malevolent to keep you down. The goal of an agent is to lock you back into the matrix and put you to sleep. And to keep you asleep. Okay, that's the goal. I've had them pop up in dream states. I'm an incredible lucid dreamer, so when they come in, I'm like, dodge, 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 let me punch you out, beat you. And my guides are like, good job. My spirit guides also will plant agents just to keep me on my toes, just to see if I'm running my simulation with efficiency. I know, it's insane. Let's not get into it, but it's interesting. And then there are also just agents in person, which you can kind of tell. They're people that are what would I call them? Other than agents, they're just they tag you. Sometimes somebody will brush you on the shoulder, and you'll just like feel something, and you're like, "What the f was that?" It's a tag. It's an implant. Those are agents. Even if that might be someone that you know is a person, an agent hopped into their body to plant the tag, or their lower shadow. Their shadow hijacked their actual light body and unconsciously tried to plant a seed in you or a hook to make you attached to them or go into a sleeping pattern. My spirit guides always call it sleeping patterns, like putting them to sleep. So that's what I've got for you guys. So agents in the matrix are real. Yes, most of you won't have to deal with them, but they can pop in and out of bodies depending on how conscious people are. So generally speaking, keep yourself awake and alert. Keep agents away from you. And monitor the people around you. You know, when things don't feel safe, they're not safe instinctually. And if something feels very shadowy, it's probably shadowy. It's probably an agent. And if that person isn't hyper conscious of their own behaviors or themselves spiritually, they could easily become an agent and an enemy towards you, depending on your consciousness levels. I'm going to be real straight with you guys. The more conscious you become, the more like energetic etheric jujitsu you have to do. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Etheric jujitsu. I'm very good at it. All right, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like the video, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear more. Also ask me any of your questions on the Matrix or agents or anything like that, and I will potentially answer them. Tap that bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Lots of love.